This video shows you how to value fixed income securities in Python. Share this video with friends and family, subscribe, hit the like button. Let's get into the video. Google Chrome is the 9th thing on my taskbar. To open it, press Windows key 9. To get the quick access menu, I press Alt E as in Echo, B as in Bravo, arrow up to Google Colab Notebook, tab over to Bond Valuation. This video is going to show you how to value basic fixed income securities in Python, assuming equal cash flows that occur at the end of the year, and there's no prepayment optionality. This is just basic plain vanilla bonds. The first thing I'm going to do is define a function to even calculate the present value of a zero coupon bond, a bond with one cash flow. So I'll create the present value function with 3 key arguments: cash flow, which is C as in Charlie, F as in Foxtrot; rate, which is basically a yield to maturity; and of course the number of periods, specifically the number of years. Shift enter to run that. Then I'm gonna put in actual numbers and value the zero coupon bond. So let's say you're entitled to $100 10 years from now. Yield to maturity is 7%. What's the present value of that zero coupon bond? You run it and it's about half, $50.83, 50.83. And then what happens is a lot of bonds are not just zero coupon bonds. There's bonds that pay a coupon. So I'm gonna create a function to create bond cash flows themselves. So I'll define create underscore bond underscore CFs with 2 arguments: coupon, which is the coupon rate, and then years, the number of years. So is it a 10-year bond, a 5-year bond, a 1-year bond, a 30-year bond, etc. And then what happens is the coupon rate times 1,000 is the coupon payment. You can use this TMP function to capture that. Shift enter to run it. Then finally, I'll create a list of cash flows based on a 5% coupon rate. And let's say it's a 10-year bond, so there's $50 a year at the end of each year for a $1,000 par value. Then at the end of the 10th year, you get your original $1,000 back as well. Shift enter to run that. And then finally, I'll print the cash flows themselves. And you can see here, it created the list of cash flows. Like I said, $50 per year at the end of the year. And then at the end of year 10, you also get your original 1,000 back. Next, to calculate the present value of the bond, we have to discount each cash flow back to the present time period T as in Tango equals 0. So I'll set discount rate, the yield to maturity, equal to 4%. I'll create the variable DCF with an empty list. And then I will append the cash flows in the years list with the discount rate to finally discount these and present them. And you can see a list is created of each of the cash flows in the 10-year bond, but this time they're discounted at that 4% yield to maturity. And so as you go further along, a $50 coupon payment further out in the future has a lower present value today. And then finally, I can sum those up to get the present value of the bond. And I end up with $1,081 and about 11 cents. So this is a premium bond. It's trading at 108. In other words, 108% of par value, roughly. Why is that? Because the yield to maturity is lower than the coupon rate. The coupon rate was 5%. Yield to maturity for this calculation was 4%, which is basically an internal rate of return calculation for a bond. So that's why it trades. Par value is $1,000, but it trades at a premium. It trades at 108 because of that. Now what happens is, often people say simple code is beautiful code. So we can rewrite this. Have the same 4% yield to maturity, 5% coupon rate, 10 years, but put it all into one line of code. So I can sum the present value with 3 arguments. X is an X-ray, the discount rate, and Y is in Yankee. For X-ray and Yankee in a zip, which is the created bond cash flows for the range, all 10 years. And I can run that, and I get a similar value. One, the bond is still trading at 108, and then I can check to see if both values are the same. So set them equal to each other with a double equal sign to let the algorithm know to check if they're equal. Shift enter to run that, and we can see that's true. And so obviously you can see on the screen that both yield a bond price carried out to 11 decimal places that's the same. But maybe you still want to run this check to make sure, or maybe you're in a position where you can't see both values on your screen. If that's the case, this equals check is a good way to check your work. We valued the bond with 2 different coding styles, one fairly complex, one a little bit simpler, and in both cases we got the same result. So that's a good way to assume that there's a high probability that the calculation is accurate. And then the next thing we can do, this assumes annual coupon payments at the end of the year that are all the same. So we can create an easy bond value function, which is based on the present value of an annuity that you learn in business school. And so easy bond value is going to have 3 arguments: the coupon rate, yield to maturity, and the number of years. So coupon rate times 1,000 gets you your coupon payment. And then you use the present value of annuity function, and then from there we can print the easy bond value based on a 5% coupon rate, a 4% yield to maturity, and 10 years to maturity. Shift enter to run that. We get very similar value. This one looks like it's carried out to 13 decimal places, if I'm counting that correctly. Anyways, it gives you more decimal places than the previous ways to do it, but the first 11 decimal places match. And so that's the easy bond value function for these plain vanilla bonds with no prepayment optionality, no bells and whistles, no curveballs in there. You can use the present value of an annuity formula to value them that way. And then finally, let's print it in a visually appealing way, because we don't need it out to 11, 12 decimal places. We usually want 2 decimal places since we're dealing with money. Then we want that US dollar symbol. So finally I can do that here and print it using the round function and then nested in that is the easy bond value with the same arguments we specified before. And now we can see the bond's value is 1081.11 carried out to 2 decimal places. So the bond's trading at a roughly an 8% premium to par value, since in our example the yield to maturity is actually lower than the coupon rate. So take this knowledge into the marketplace to be a better Python coder, better understand finance, present value, future cash flows, and bond valuation. Have a great day. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and please buy my books. The links to those will be in the description of this video.